Welcome to Raw Radio.
And we're live, Gary.
Yes. Hello, sir.
Takeaways.
Yeah, I got a lot taken away. Jason Bender, and this isn't going to be the takeaway, but man, talk about energy, right? That dude's got a ton of energy. I wish I had half of it. But what I did take away most is, if you haven't heard the episode yet, when we talked to somebody who had a ton of struggles growing up and just never quit. And that's the biggest thing I took away. We even have our little 5-question rapid fire thing at the end. One of them is, did you ever want to quit? His answer was no. And he told us why. And I think a lot of people, had they grown up like him and been through what he's been through, quitting would have been the first option for a lot of these people. And they wouldn't have ended up in the place that Jason's at now, which is a really good place.
Yeah. First of all, before we talk about never quitting, I can't believe that he walked out in jeans shorts to his first MMA fight.
Yep.
Okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to listen to the episode.
Well, that's not even his first MMA fight. I mean, it was his first MMA fight, but that was the first time he ever stepped on the mat. Hey, do you want to fight in this MMA thing going on? Yeah, why not? Right. And he didn't have ring shorts, so he threw on a pair of jorts because he liked Stone Cold Steve Austin so much, and that's what he and that's what he wore to the ring, and just amazing. And to say who he fought was a training partner of Chris Lights Out Lytle. This guy is the energy, the fortitude, the no quit attitude is what I took away.
Yeah, and there's this quote. You already know I'm a quote junkie, but there's this quote. It does not matter how slow you go as long as you do not stop. And I think this kind of defines Jason quite well from his childhood. And you mentioned some obstacles. I think it goes beyond the obstacles. A quite troubled childhood with, very troubled family dynamic. And then he learns that he's on his own without any parental guidance. He's, in his teen, literally working and supporting the household. He gets his jobs and goes through just logistics of life. And at any given point, there was never an option to give up. There was never an option to stop. His vision was actually quite interesting for me particularly. He had a lot of passion for comic books and heroes, even though he defines the hero definition slightly differently, but somebody he looks up to. And he said that, a job of a hero is not to have an easy life, because the hardship is going to come first before the awesome stuff comes in. And that's how he justifies all the things that are happening around his life to him and the surroundings and the circumstances that he finds himself in. And even if that wasn't enough, there is a substance use in his early 20s, and again a family dynamic and moving from place to place to place to place, and all the things that he talks about. Again, giving up is never an option. And then, if that wasn't enough, the most mind-blowing thing for me is right in the middle of COVID, the opportunity presents itself to open a business opportunity, to open his own jiu-jitsu academy of fitness school, which he does not even skip a beat. He pulls the plug on it, no matter how difficult it is. And, when we ask him, why in the world are you doing this? His answer is, well, why not? I have nothing to lose. There is only one way, and that's up, and success is ahead of me. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever met anybody with that kind of drive not to quit?
They're few and far in between. And like I said, most people would have quit. Most people would have given up. we talked a little bit, he said he was always lucky, even though he had all these hardships, he was always lucky. And I'm not a big believer in luck. I mean, winning the lottery is lucky. But getting to the place where he is in life, where during COVID, he can open up his own gym, that's that's overcoming challenges, and creating opportunity for himself to be put in this position, and to do it smart, where he doesn't have a lot of overhead. He's not digging a big hole for himself. He knows that if he can do this right, he'll come out the other side. And then what's he going to do after that? He's going to grow. And he said he was lucky to be able to open this gym now. And I don't think so. I think it's that, just that attitude of pushing forward, not quitting, taking care of opportunities. And then here he is now, where, a lot of people are shutting down, and he's opening up, and he's doing it right. He's following the guidelines. He's not saying, screw it, I'm just going to do it my way. He's following the guidelines set forth by the city. He is, just making the best of this situation. Maybe that's a different takeaway really is, here's a guy that's always made the best out of a bad situation. Whether it was growing up in a small town, really poor, or opening an academy now under these crazy days. So a couple takeaways for me.
Yeah, and I think you nailed something right on the spot. Is he does talk about being lucky throughout his entire life, and I've as we were talking to him, I for one moment I never saw this as being lucky. It seems like the circumstances that presented themselves in front of him, he took it at the best that he possibly could. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control these things. This is completely outside of the scope. I just have to make it work as is, and this continuously is happening throughout his entire life. Even now, when, as you mentioned, he's opening a business, he's opening his jiu-jitsu academy, and a lot of business advisors would tell him, this is not the time. Don't do it now. Wait, even just a couple more months might make a huge difference. But no, not Jason. Jason is driving. He has a mission. He's on a mission. He has a goal, and he will make it work as it is. And I really, as I said on the episode, I'm really looking forward to watching and seeing him succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I think big part of a success is being driven, but also stubborn in a way to continue overcoming the obstacles and continue driving for what your goal is. And I have no doubt that Jason will do just that.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see a year from now what Bender MMA is doing, and or Bender Martial Arts is doing up there on the north side. And I think it's going to be doing good things. I really do. And that's just because of who he is. He's not bringing a big name in with him. He's not spending a ton of money. He's not being flashy. He is just laying the seeds so that he knows that when he gets through this, he is definitely going to grow. He even said he's got this core group of people. He knows that they're getting special attention because class sizes have to be so small. And then when there's a vaccine or we get into a certain phase where, he can have more people on the mat, that core group of people is going to be able to help him, right, grow. And it's just, that no quit attitude. What can I do? How can I do this and make the most of this situation? And that's something that, again, going back, it sounds just like something he's been doing his whole life. How can I make this work?
Yeah, this one definitely brings it close to home, in my opinion. This 1% increments. It doesn't matter how slow or how fast you go, as long as you continue going forward.
Yeah, just keep moving, right?
Keep moving.
You bring up something like a glacier. It just keeps growing and moving forward slowly, and then it's just this giant monumental thing. And I think that he's going to keep growing, moving forward. God forbid if it doesn't work out, I'm sure he'll land on his feet and he'll keep pushing.
Beautiful. On to the next one.
All right. We'll see you soon, sir. Take care. I think this was a good episode, and I think we'll have a lot of fun.
All right. Take care, Jay.
See you later.
Thank you for listening to Raw Radio. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to leave us a review and help us make the show even more amazing. For future episodes, check out our website and follow us on all major podcast platforms. Take care.